Hi everyone, it's Cal. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to just pop on and say hi. And I wanted to talk a little bit why I have worked for so many years on putting together a whole bunch of cosmic information from my experiences. Before I went into meditation many moons ago, I was very confused about this life. I thought, this life, people are so cruel to each other. They're doing all these terrible things to each other. What has happened here? Why would any God create this? What is it all about? What happened in my family? What happened inside of me? Like, I had so much confusion about this thing called life, and I was very sensitive child and born into an unsensitive family. But I do believe in karma, and this is my path to have that experience. And it really did set me on my own path. Being born into a family where everybody's so contrasted against you, they're so different from you, really gets you realizing about you, because you know you're never going to be able to relate to them, and they're never going to be able to relate to you. You're speaking different languages. When I went into meditation, as I've mentioned in other videos, I was really angry. I was tough, rough, and angry. And I was looking for truth big time. And for this kind of truth, the sacrifices are big. You have to be really willing to sacrifice. But I want you to know it's all a mirage. In meditation, the big sacrifices you make are all a mirage. They're screens they're false screens that you sacrifice to, but at the time you think they're real. And if you go in thinking they're false, something will manifest for you so that you believe them not to be false. You believe this to be truer than the life you live on a regular day-to-day basis. So I went in there rough and tough, and I was looking for the bloody truth of this. What happened? I wanted to look God right in the face and say, what have you done? And of course, when that happened, it was not like that. I went there rough and tough, and I landed like just this mighty soldier. And when I looked upon the face of God, I knew everything, and the love was so intense. And what I knew is what all this information is about, that there is a path, there is a system through all of it, through everything you see, there is a pathway. And all my work that I've been doing and verifying all these years has been to show this pathway clear as a bell, to show it clear as a bell. And the Zodiac Code cropped up as well, among other things. But really it was to show the path, that there is order to this. It's not some crazy stew that you just float around in and then die. Life is not lived in vain. There is reward in every life, and all the pain you go through is just a dramatic learning curve. It's taken you to a 180. I remember I was talking to a woman who had lost her child right when I came out of meditation many years ago, and she just looked at me, and I don't know, she didn't know my background, but she just looked at me one day and she just said, is there a God? And if so, does he have a plan? And that was a question I could really answer for her. And I said, beyond any reasonable doubt, 110%, there is a God. And yes, there is a plan. And so I want you to know that No matter what happens in your life, there is a plan. There is a definite plan. Now, yeah, so everything that I have been doing has been to reveal this order that life is flowing through, and to show our relation to everything that's operating around us, and to show our lineage, where we've come from and where we're headed to. And the story is glorious. The story is beautiful. And this, of course, remember, I was brought up in an atheist family. And, you mentioned the word God in the house, and everybody's looking at you like God is for weaklings, where they don't realize that, no, God is strength. And it doesn't matter what your God is, every religion has their God giving them something. So it's not like there's one religion that is the one. All of them. And believe me, I think I've got a book somewhere where I've got like how many religions in the world? Oh my God, thousands. I had no idea. I bought this book like, I don't know, 12 years ago. I don't even know where it went. I printed it up. It was massive. I got it off the internet in the early years of the internet. And there are just so many religions, not the great five. Talk about over 500. There are thousands of religions in this world. I was shocked. Anyways, and I started on page 1. I thought I was going to go through the entire book. I thought, okay, well, I have to know all these because maybe my religion is in there. I didn't even know what my religion was. So I started going through them one by one, and then they were all fascinating. I thought, wow, this is going to take a long time, not just to read it and understand it, but to sit with it and to sort of smush with it. When you have that incubation time of nothing after you read, you can really allow the absorption to happen into your being. Anyways, I realized that was going to be futile, so I carried on. But there are many, many religions, and all of them serve. That's what I'm saying. All of them serve. And some people, they graduate from one religion and go to another, and it doesn't mean they're graduating upwards and up until they get to some great religion at the top. No. Our psyches are working in such incredible format that we're going here for one thing, then we're going over here for another thing, and we're going here for this thing. That is difficult to reveal, because it's kind of like this. You've got the world as a lotus. You see the lotus on the beautiful, tranquil pond, and that's what we're looking at. We're looking at there. But underneath that lotus, in the pond, is a root system that even botanists cannot explain. It's so intricate. Botanists can't follow it. They can't explain it. And so there's a certain amount that we can feel, but we have to let go of the rest. However, in my work, because I'm so sight-oriented, I can see, and I've spoken a little bit about it on the webinar. Webinar 1. Webinar 2 is coming. It's made, but I'm just wondering how I'm going to deliver it. And then 3 is sort of like the master class a little bit. But these are just the preambles. This is just setting the sort of the strata for then we're going to delve down into each one of them, and you can see how the human relates. It's been fascinating work, exhausting, but fascinating work for 14 years. There has been probably a crazy component in there. Many times I thought I was going off the deep end, but now there is a certain amount of cohesiveness between all the moving parts, and that's what's making it really exciting. And I have shared my work with many people around the globe, so they're probably using it for all sorts of things. However, bringing it to you, it's going to be, again, another fundamental look at the basic parts that not only are we made up of, but that we relate to. We relate to even now in human form. And of course, we can say that Darwinism is God in action, right? We're morphing into this form and that form and this form till we get our minds working in a way that completes the things we need at that moment as we grow ourselves to the next stage. And like I said, the stages are not, they are linear, but it's not like one person goes here and then the next person goes there when they're ready. It's kind of like here, there, here, there, here. It's all kind of components of the circle in many ways to flush out the areas of the mind that we're strengthening. And the body, of course, is leading the way through feeling. Intuition is a gift. But of course, the body, sometimes when you're dealing it, when you put intuition aside and you get stuck in the body, of course, you know, all those hedonistic tendencies get magnified. So we do have to keep mind and body in a certain amount of balance. And of course, we'll talk about that at the healing portion of this. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know what the work really overall is about. It's not just about the code. It's about showing the cohesiveness between all things and how far we've come, because at the level of human, it's very exciting, and congratulations. So it doesn't matter if you're living in a ditch or if you're living in a castle on the hill, you're amazing. You're amazing, and you have really, really, really come a long ways. And I want you to remember that every time you step out and you think, I can't do this, or you feel overwhelmed, or you feel so small. I want you to remember how grand you are. You go, well, how could I be grand? You know, all these people around the world. Yeah. Oh my God. We are infinite beings, of course. There are worlds upon worlds. Forget about all the other beings, because it's just infinity. And in worlds upon worlds, and now out of worlds, the human genome is at large, and you are a mini universe. All these mini universes floating around the galaxy doing things in the galactic body in the universal body, and beyond the universal body, the world of light. And it's all happening the same way it's happening inside you. The whole unification of you and the galaxy and the universe is stunning. It's stunning. And again, you're amazing. So remember that. Remember that every minute of every day. When you feel a little low, just remember how far you've come. Because, you know, you didn't just come out of your mother's womb. You did not just come out of your mother's womb. You didn't. You have been practicing that for eons. She is only the delivery vehicle. Your parents are fantastic. The father of light, the mother, the creatrix of all. You can think in those terms and realize your bigness, your fantasticness, even if you live a small life. And remember, the small life is what we're all living. Most of us, I think there's only 10% of the world or less that's living sort of the life larger than a regular human life. And I've got to tell you, the small life is good. For years, I thought, no, I want the larger than life. No, I don't. Do I want all those eyes on me? No. I want to live the beauty of the small life while contemplating or understanding the larger life, you know? And by larger, I don't mean larger on the globe. I mean galaxy and universe. And that is beauty. When you live a humble little life and you are enjoying your life on a small level, and I know the great level can be fantastic too. I'm just saying that There is so much beauty in the smallness of it all, because remember, the entire universe is in the smallest thing possible. It exists within everything, a drop of water, the God particle, the atom. It's everywhere. But it's the same system in there that's operating in you at all times. And that's what the work I've been doing is about. And you've only seen a glimmer of it in webinar 1. And because I'm trying to take out pieces rather than overwhelm with everything. And webinar 2 is coming. So it is ready. Webinar 2 is ready. I've been working on some other things, some sort of masterclass things, but it's all going to be the same price. It's just going to be, $15. And yeah, I just wanted to jump on and talk to you about the work and your greatness at all times. So forget about comparing yourself to anyone. Forget about, trying to be some big person. You're already big. You're already fantastic. And the fact that you've come this far, you can give yourself a pat on the back. And I'm going to show you at some point how far you've come. And you are going to be floored, as I was. It's taken a lot of research. And, this is the thing about it. Many times I thought, why have I gone and done all this research? Why not just go with the flow? Kelly. Well, I wanted to be sure that I wasn't just sort of out on some limb. I wanted to be really, really sure. I mean, because, the way I got all the information is a little bit different than, the everyday. So that's why. Anyways, other than that, I just wanted to say those things, and I'll see you soon. I hope you have a great day wherever you are. Bye for now.